Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and the class of 2020. This is not how I imagined the beginning of adulthood. I thought that the world would take it easy on us. You know, with us being the newbies and all. I thought that maybe there'd be some sort of trial run before the big stuff hit us. I was so horribly wrong. But now we are that much stronger. So here we are, grown up, with a click of a mouse and the shut of a laptop. Somehow, we went from children to adults. It could have only been us. After all, according to Mrs. Morin, we are the most amazing class Mayfield will ever see. A couple of months ago, I was talking to Ella Deshotel, a member of this class. We were talking about what was wrong with this world, as one does at the age of 17. We sat talking about our lives and who we were, why we were here. But amidst our somewhat unsettling conversation, we both discovered something interesting. Our parents, like many others in this very class, had the same conversation following the terrorist attack on 9/11. The question of whether or not to bring children into this world. And within the following months, this very class, the class of 2020, was born. All of a sudden, we weren't just babies anymore. On September 11th, 2001, we became hope, love, perseverance, and faith. It is this class that is filled with the dreamers and believers. We are the only children that were brought into this world already with a predetermined destiny, to bring light and goodness in order to counteract the evil that had usurped our world. And today, sitting before you, is the very manifestation of this hope. A group balancing on the brink of adulthood, ready to bring the guidance and love this world needs. We are no strangers to challenging times. In our 4 years at Mayfield, we have seen people of this world fight against climate change, rise with the Me Too movement, and advocate for Black Lives Matter. We ourselves have hid and discussed strategies in practice and preparation for an on-campus shooting. We have seen the struggles of the dreamers and DACA recipients, the difficulties of mental health, the growth and suppression of the LGBT+ community, the tortures of cyberbullying, and an increase in activism. Each member of this class has a passion and drive because at Mayfield, we were taught actions, not words. Thus, we are a class that is globally minded, aware of our responsibility to use the voice and the privilege that we have been blessed with. And with that, we create a better world. Our experience in these last 4 years have at times touched what felt like heaven and sloped to what felt like heartbreak. Nevertheless, the community that this place fosters is unmatched and at times seems unreal. But despite the sometimes bubble that Mayfield has been, we are not ignorant, but enlightened. We are not brought down, but empowered. Because in the world that we know, Mayfield has taught us that it is worse to stay silent, horrific to be apathetic, and shameful to look away. Our brains haven't even finished developing, yet we understand enough to know what is right and what is wrong. We look at the unknown straight in the eye. We were born out of the unknown, and now we enter the beginning of the rest of our lives the same way we entered. But because of this, because of the time we were born into, what we grew up in, and what we face now, we have grit, passion, curiosity, hope, wit, love, and an attitude so fierce that everyone stops to hear what we have to say. So listen to us. We have so much to say. And it is thanks to Mayfield's absolutely fantastic teachers, staff, and administration that we are able to speak eloquently, feel deeply, think critically, and express ourselves like no other class has before. I am so thankful that this environment didn't just teach us to be the smartest. No, we were taught to be unbelievably compassionate, brutally honest, and overwhelmingly confident. Then we became the smartest people in the room. If you talk to any one of us, you will learn the myriad of concerns, hopes, dreams, and passions that each of us embody. You will learn that Soluna Nwankwo is a concert pianist, that Steffi Zavaleta wants to be a congresswoman, that Audrey Akins is an amazing artist that speaks volumes through her work, that Jordy Brown creates beautiful poetry, that Lauren Clausen saved up all her money for an iPad mini. We learned to see each other for who we were at Mayfield, and I am eternally grateful for that. Because when all 76 of my classmates were taken from me in a day, I was left heartbroken. However, I am so thankful that I was heartbroken because that meant that I had the privilege to love something so much and so deeply. In a way, being taken from one another was a blessing. We discovered a love for each other we didn't know was there, and we wouldn't have known had this not happened. The kind of love that made me write 15 letters in 2 weeks, pouring my heart out like the hopeless teenage girl I am. We told each other how much we missed each other, how much we loved each other. And in that emerged a beautiful and wonderful energy that began to slowly heal us. Now, for the rest of our lives, we will live our days romantically, loving everyone and everything, believing in the idea that the same love that healed us when we were apart will make us stronger when we are together again. We come from the love that held our families together in crisis. Thank you, parents, for raising your daughters the way you did. You created an exceptional group of people, so socially responsible, so loving, so hilarious, and so genuine. I feel honored to be part of this amazing group of women. I know that we will go on to use our voices and our education to speak volumes and continue to demand to be heard. We are often overlooked, shushed, and underestimated as women, but the women before you today play no role in this system. We create our own destiny, our own future, and our own dreams. We stand impartial to the system because we refuse to subject ourselves to such treatment. We will continue to hold our heads high as we enter into this world overrun with hate, sexism, racism, homophobia, xenophobia, and intolerance. I am so proud of the powerful women we are today. I am so proud of who we've grown up to become and still dream of becoming. There is an undeniable amount of aspiration and love that surges through each and every one of us. It is because of this unique quality of our class that we are able to become everything that we want to be. Because we are not motivated to become the best in comparison to others, but rather motivated by the idea that we could become better versions of ourselves. I would now like to take this time to ask that all of the parents watching this go to their daughters and hold on to them, hug them as I say the following. In this time, we've realized that there are very few things that we need to feel fulfilled and to survive. It is the very people that surround us that allow us to thrive, to love, and to live. We would be nothing without each other. But as we grow up and move on, we always remember where we come from, who we come from. Parents, as you look at your daughters today, remember the little girls that once needed you to tie their shoes, that once needed you to love them when they had their first heartbreak and take care of them when they were sick. Although we are far from perfect, we aren't those little girls anymore. We are powerful and strong women fighting for a better future. We're all grown up now, ready to say goodbye. It's not going to be easy, but know that all of us are so thankful for each cherished moment. As we've learned, Life is precious and fleeting. Hold on as tightly and as closely as you can for as long as you can. Like our foundress Cornelia Connolly said, let us love one another and pray. Let us love one another and be thankful. My beloved class, we had successfully become everything that our parents wanted us to be before we even knew how to crawl. Before they knew our names, the world knew that we had come to save it. And here we are, at its most vulnerable, we enter. We are unafraid, however, because we have one another. We are the children of the post-9/11 world, born despite the fear, loved despite the surrounding chaos. Yet nothing could protect us from this very moment. Nevertheless, we are graceful, we are loud, we are passionate, we are kind, we are wickedly intelligent. We are the class of 2020, unharmed by the polarization and tribulations of this country. We go forth to lead and to create. Congratulations to you all. It has been quite the journey. I love you deeply. Thank you.
My beloved members of the Mayfield Senior School Class of 2020, family and friends, faculty and staff, trustees, past and present, benefactors, and others who love and support our school. Thank you for participating in this celebration to honor these amazing young women. In particular, I would like to thank Assistant Head of School, Toy Treaster, Mayfield Senior Class of 1982. This graduation ceremony, comprised of 77 individual celebrations, was her vision, and it came together through her creativity, dedication, determination, and love. Thank you, Toy, from the bottom of my heart, and thank you also to members of the faculty and administration who helped Toy's beautiful vision come to fruition. I know for all of this has been a labor of love. Love for a group of girls like no other. First, I have to say that in my many long years as an educator, spending most of my waking hours thinking about and delighting in teenagers, I have never been as touched and inspired more than I have been by this group of girls. Why is that the case? What is so special and wonderful about the Mayfield Senior School Class of 2020? I think that everyone who has had the great privilege to get to know this class will have their own answer. For me, it was clear right from the very start that there was something extraordinary about these girls. I have a very sharp image in my memory. October 19, 2016, the first real time I got to see these girls in action, coming together as a class. It was at Hahamunga Watershed Park for our annual 9th grade team building trip. Now for a little context, I've participated in probably 30 or more of these exercises with 9th graders at that many years. I love doing this so much because these outings often give me an early understanding of the character and culture of a class in an authentic way. What I witnessed on that day, and my memory is vivid, was a group of girls who had already come to love and trust each other, who in less than 2 short months were cooperating and working together like old friends. Each girl bringing her own special talents, quirks, and personality into the mix, creating a joyful, exuberant, enthusiastic, irresistible tangle of fun. That's when I started writing this graduation speech. Cornelia Connolly said, and this is one of my very favorite quotes, "Be yourself. Only make that self all that God wants it to be." That is what these girls are, and that is what they do. Each member of the class of 2020, each girl who started at Mayfield Senior as a freshman, and each girl who has joined this amazing class along the way is authentically and wholeheartedly herself. Diverse in talents, interests, opinions, and outlooks, each brings her own way of being with confidence and courage. These are not cookie-cutter girls who engage in groupthink or follow mindlessly. These are deep thinkers who are not shy to grapple with difficult and complicated issues, to challenge the status quo in their search for truth and justice. I'm sure their teachers and parents would agree with me. To see these girls in action is often stunning as they dissect, question, reflect, opening up each other's minds in the process, and our minds too. Creating depth from diversity, fostering creativity, courage, and resilience, speaking truth to power. Be yourself, only make that self all that God wants it to be. And what a blessing it has been to watch these 77 strong, diverse individuals become all God wants them to be. Let me tell you what I have observed. I have seen this class grow to respect and love each other, not in spite of their individuality and diversity, but because of it. I have seen this class grow in unity and solidarity, not because they are all alike, but because they are all different. What a beautiful example they have set for us in the way that they honor each other's strengths, celebrate each other's successes, comfort each other in times of sadness, support each other in times of challenge. The way they listen to each other with hearts open to be transformed. The way they have helped each other become all that God wants them to be, because they have lived the sacred mission of their Holy Child education, to believe and help each other believe that God lives and acts in them and in our world, rejoicing in the divine presence. And so during these times of such anxiety and fear, when the way forward is unclear and the future is uncertain, I find myself filled to the brim with hope. As Pope Francis has said, the future is, most of all, in the hands of those people who recognize the other as a you and themselves as a part of an us. I am filled with hope and love because I believe that that future is in the hands of the 77 amazing young women who are the Mayfield Senior School Class of 2020. They have shown us what that future could look like. It is filled with kindness, openness, understanding, inclusion, and respect. It is filled with love. So we send the amazing class of 2020 forth into that future with enormous gratitude and pride in the unwavering belief that they will make their beautiful vision a reality as they let their lives speak through actions, not words. Thank you. And now it is my great joy and privilege to introduce to you our 2020 commencement speaker, Jessica Menes-Vietz, Mayfield Senior School Class of 2008. The week before we had to close our beautiful campus due to the COVID-19 pandemic and begin our time away from each other, I had the great joy of participating in a brunch gathering that included Jessica and several members of the class of 2020. It was such a joy to hear their conversation and really appreciate how much Jessica has in common with her Mayfield younger sisters. Service has remained a constant in Jessica's life. While at Marist College, where she graduated cum laude, she led fundraising efforts for St. Jude's. And soon after she broke into the competitive fashion industry in New York City, Hurricane Sandy hit, and Jessica quickly mobilized through the Cornelia Connolly Center to assist families who had been deeply impacted. She went on to regularly volunteer on their Super Saturdays and with fellow Mayfield alumni on the Junior Advisory Board. Jessica raised funds for the center, amplifying and expanding opportunities for these at-risk youth. Initially, Jessica found it difficult to reconcile her deep philanthropic drive with her professional life in retail, fashion, but found a new sense of purpose when she was appointed Manager of Social Impact for Kate Spade New York. Now Jessica helps oversee the brand's philanthropic mission, including its domestic-based foundation, their international social enterprises, their volunteerism, and their corporate giving. At a nexus of creative expression, corporate responsibility, and social impact, Jessica draws her personal strength in empowering others. 2020 will likely be an inflection point worldwide because of the coronavirus. But it's a historic year for us at Mayfield as well, and for much more auspicious reasons. It's the centennial of the central building of our campus, Strube Hall. Generations of girls have considered Mayfield their second home, and it is possible even more so for Jessica because her great-grandparents, Charles and Vera Strube, were the ones whose generosity gifted this property to the Holy Child Sisters. The youngest daughter of Charles and Vera went on to become a Holy Child sister herself, and at 90 years old, Sister Elizabeth remains a touchstone in Jessica's life and a way she stays connected to the divine charism of Cornelia Connolly. Jessica is a woman of vision. The Strube's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren continue the Society's educational legacy as donors, trustees, students, and teachers. Although Jessica's 21st century style of philanthropic work could not have been imagined by her great-grandparents, the seeds they planted continue to flourish inside her. It is my great honor to present to you our 2020 commencement speaker, proud member of the Mayfield Senior School Class of 2008, Jessica Menes-Vietz.
Thank you, Mrs. Morin, for those kind words of introduction. I am so grateful and humbled to be speaking to you all today, although in a bit of a different capacity than I think we all could have imagined. Hello from my apartment in New York City. When I was asked back in September to be this year's commencement speaker, we never expected that a pandemic would unfold and that it would turn our worlds, and most importantly, these bright, confident, compassionate, and resilient young women's lives upside down. But much of what I had planned to say hasn't changed, because in living through these past 4 months, the spirit, the joy, the continued determination that this class exemplifies hasn't changed. It has only further deepened its resilience against hardship. It only goes to show how incredible each and every one of you, class of 2020, are, and how much hope you have given us for the future. I recently finished reading Bryan Stevenson, renowned attorney and civil rights activist's book, Just Mercy, where he notes, "It takes courage to be hopeful. Hope is an embedded value of what I've learned throughout my Holy Child education, and I can clearly see how each of you have been courageous through this transition into virtual learning, altering plans, foregoing and adjusting favorite traditions of senior year, and still showing up as encouraged as ever to make this world a better place. You are all truly empowered women and beginning this next chapter of your story. I'd be remiss not to mention that I am a Holy Child lifer, attending both Mayfield Junior and Mayfield Senior School during the formative years of my education. Many can also argue that the Holy Child spirit is embedded into my DNA through my family's dedication to Holy Child education across the country, and also through my great aunt's life's work as a sister of the Holy Child Jesus. Cornelia's words and the Monday prayer that is forever engraved in my memory of "let us love one another and be filled with the charity of God" is something that has been a consistent part of my life, and now my career, and even more important as we move into a new world of rebuilding. I bet each of you have a lot of questions as you approach this next chapter of your life. Amongst the new set of worries this pandemic has brought on, the universal questions of, who do I want to be when I grow up? What should I major in? What type of career do I want to have? Are all questions I was asking myself at 18. But I'm also here to tell you, I still haven't figured it out. What I can tell you is that your passions, your interests, and an openness to learn will be your North Star as you begin to navigate this next phase of your life. And you'll begin to see consistent threads that will become your guideposts in leading you on your journey. I also want to challenge you to begin to ask yourself a few more questions as you begin this next chapter. What has given you the most life and the most joy? What have you learned here that you think you'd like to continue? What are your gifts? It was a bit of a late bloomer in my education and knew early on that I actually had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. and I needed to start identifying my gifts and how to use them. I love sports. I knew I was interested in culture. I was curious about how the world worked. I had a keen interest to help others, all somehow tied into this fashion career that I was starting to imagine for myself. As I moved through college, picked my major, and got involved in a sorority, clubs, and campus activities, I started to think I had these questions answered. Move to New York City, get a job in fashion, live out Devil Wears Prada. But life has a funny way of guiding you to your true passion and highlighting your gifts in time. In the back of my head, there was always a gentle guidance to continue in a way that was in service to others. I will tell you though, it did not make itself immediately apparent. On my very first day, in my first job after college, I knew I wanted to quit. It wasn't the right fit, and it very much was not the career that I had imagined. But as my sweet cousin, who I was living with at the time, pointed out, you have to stick things out. Learn how to fail forward. It is in utilizing our failure as a positive that this concept of failing forward becomes so important in your journey. It allows you to come back to the questions, take stock of your gifts, and continue on, which, as a 22-year-old, was really hard to hear. But that little voice inside said, what's the positive that you can take out of what you have learned? Follow your gut. Keep going. And don't underestimate the fact that you might stumble and fail again. You will hit a crossroad that gives you pause, and you will challenge your faith in the path forward. Although still early in my career, it's taken me 8 years and over 6 different roles to really begin to paint a view of my future. That's also not mentioning the 3 different majors and slew of minors I tested out before I really locked in my college career and curriculum. All that to be said, if you don't know who you want to be quite yet, it's okay. So, as I continued, I kept asking myself these questions. What have I learned? What do I want to continue? What are my gifts? And it's led me on this incredible journey in taking the lessons that I've learned in my past experiences in both school and my career to be in service to others. It's provided me with the realization that what I've been quietly telling myself this entire time is what I should be taking action on. That you can, in fact, mix business with social good. And it's begun a journey that's brought me to promoting corporate social impact, using the power of the corporate voice to do good. A journey that has taken me halfway around the world, and in meeting with women in communities, sitting down for lunch, and realizing we say the exact same prayer before meals, and that soccer and a shared love of food are a universal language that needs no translations, and that empowerment truly means giving a hand up and not a handout. Utilizing your strengths and opportunity to support the strengths in others. Most importantly, at the core of all humans, we value the same basic principles of respect, love, family, faith, and hope in a better tomorrow. As Cornelia points out, in living out our love for one another, an important element of that is service. Being filled with the charity of God, to me, has translated into understanding the true value of being a citizen of the world and respecting that service takes many forms and is defined not just as volunteering in a traditional sense or supporting those only at risk. It can also mean using your voice, your opportunity, and your unique gifts to empower those around you and provide opportunities for others to grow and tangibly see a clear path of opportunity for themselves. There is one thing that has been a consistent, and it's the values and sense of self that I learned at Mayfield that have shaped my ideology for how I want to live my life. The sisterhood, the orientation to service, the appreciation for both the arts, STEM, and wellness, the openness to test and question, all coupled with the overwhelming sense of girl power, contribute to the confidence that you built in this special environment. And you are all building a strong foundation for who you are to become. Lean into that. Understand what has brought out the best in you over the past 4 years, and take that with you. Define for yourself what actions, not words, means, and use that to the best of your ability. A heroine can be defined as a woman who is admired or idealized for her courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. Something that, as I had the chance to sit down with a few of you back in March, are clear definers of the ethos of this class. You've created an open environment of respect, started new traditions and clubs, and have led the way to be more open-minded as individuals and as a collective, all while being full of joy and grace. You are all so needed in this world. And my hope is that whatever path you take, it is underscored by your commitment to each other in continuing to support each other and a shared compassion for what each of you have been through, and an openness to surprise your life. Congratulations, class of 2020. Good luck. You are going to change the world for the better. Thank you.
One Sing Pan. One Sing Pan has been awarded the Thomas P. Pike Award for the highest cumulative grade point average. She has also been awarded the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Science, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in science. National Merit Commended Scholar, National Honors Society.
We'll take it. Hold it. Remember
Alexandra Shoshana Thompson, this year's recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Latin in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in Latin, and Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Instrumental Music in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in instrumental music.
Oh, good job, you guys. It's gonna be really hard to not get your whole body. Now it's the fun part. Oh, you guys, she's so cute. Okay.
Audrey Nicole Akins.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
You can handle your diploma. I didn't want to.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, hold up. Oh, so cute.
Sophia Grace Avila, California Scholarship Federation.
Yes. Good job, you guys. I got the adorable.
Isabel Margaret Kiekler, recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Mathematics, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in mathematics, California Scholarship Federation.
Good job, you guys.
Cameron Alexis Gomez. Cameron has been awarded the Mayfield Plaque Award of Merit for Science and Mathematics for her demonstrated excellence in science and mathematics over the course of her studies here at Mayfield Senior. California Scholarship Federation.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. Okay. Hold it right out the box. Good job.
Catherine Christina Christensen.
There we go. Oh, you guys, it's really cute. Okay. Hold it. Oh, it's so cute, Leah. Good job. Okay, hang on.
Mia Rose Dixon.
Oh, you guys, it's really cute. Really good looking. Yeah.
Vanessa Andrea Gaona, National Honors Society.
Oh, good job. Where did you guys come over here? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. Okay, hold it. Good job. Couple more. Oh, that's crazy. That's nuts. Okay, I want you to look up and to your left.
Carrie Michelle Cuenca, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Dance Performance, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in dance.
Oh, good job. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. Hold it.
She knows how to strike the
Oh, she's so good. Hold it just a little.
Abigail Margaret Gagne, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Vocal Music, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in vocal music.
Oh, you guys, good job. So cute. I love it. Oh, so cute. You have like the best eyes.
Magnolia Sylvie Katz.
Here. I'm sorry. Oh, good job, you guys. Okay, hang on. Keep moving this way. Okay. Oh, so cute. Jaden, right? Yes. Okay.
Jaden Rain Norris Sarno.
Oh my gosh. You guys are like a magazine cover. So cute. Good job. Emily
Jean Wallace, Recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Creative Writing, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in creative writing.
Oh, it's so cute. Okay, good job, you guys. Yes. Couple more. So cute. Good job, girl. Okay, couple more.
Catherine Rose Mansour, California Scholarship Federation.
You guys, good job. Hold it. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, we got a couple more. Oh, it's so pretty, Anastasia.
Thank you.
Anastasia Domingo Vu.
I love everything about this picture. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. I love. And then over at Mrs. Treester. And then back at me.
Sophia Maria Valle Paz. Sophia has been awarded the Mayfield Plaque Award of Merit for Fine Arts for her demonstrated excellence in fine arts over the course of her studies here at Mayfield Senior. National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Yeah, okay, good job, you guys. Very good. Good job. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so cute. Okay.
Rory Caroline Burke, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Theater, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in theater. California Scholarship Federation.
Good job. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so cute. Look at it. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay.
Lauren Alyssa Clausen, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Spanish, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in Spanish. National Honor Society.
Yeah, give it to her.
That's the hardware.
Oh, you guys, it's really cute. Hold it. What a good looking family. Love it. Yeah.
Lauren Aiko Lena Perez Sugiyama, National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. Okay, Rena. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. Yes. Up and to your right at Mrs. Treester, say hello. And then back.
Jessica Ray Zovac.
Okay, lean in, big hug. Yes. Ah, it's so cute. Okay.
Isabel Marie Valenzuela.
That's like this. Couple more.
Asia Simone Carlisle.
Hold on. Go ahead and give it to us. Good. What a good looking family. Okay, here we go. Good job, you guys. Couple more. All right.
Lauren Darlene Robles, National Honor Society.
Couple more. Oh, good job, you guys. One more. So cute.
Fatima Khan. Fatima is awarded the Mayfield Plaque Award of Merit in Liberal Arts for her demonstrated excellence in social studies, English, and theology over the course of her studies here at Mayfield Senior School. National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Let me see. Oh, you guys, that's really good. Couple more. Oh, gorgeous. Couple more this.
Vienna Francesca Copado. Vienna has been awarded the Knights of Columbus Pro Deo e Patria Award in recognition of her demonstrated excellence in the following 5 areas: scholastic, accomplishment, cooperation, participation in school activities, leadership, and integrity. Vienna has also been awarded the Archdiocesan Christian Service Medal from the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. National Honor Society.
Hold it. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, hold on. Oh, you guys are easy. Yes, I love this.
Harlow Wells Glenn, National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Good job. Okay. Oh, good job, you guys. Oh, you're a good-looking family. Good job.
Nia Enid Bowden, California Scholarship Federation.
Oh, that's really good, you guys. Oh, that's so cute. All right, I see where she gets all of her photogenic. Back, and then back at me. Perfect. Thank you.
Amanda Wan-Yen Mar, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Mandarin, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in Mandarin.
Oh yeah, good job, you guys. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love it. Couple more. Here. Oh, you look so pretty. Thank you.
Emma Isabella Stolpe, California Scholarship Federation.
All right, good job. Oh, it's really cute. Oh, I love. Oh, got it. Good job. Okay, here we go.
Gabriella Maggie Pontrelli,
Natural. This is intimidating. You're doing great.
Katerina Marie Raptis, National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Let me see. Oh, you guys, easy.
I do.
No, you guys are really good. Okay, I love. Hang on, a couple more. Oh, gorgeous. So pretty.
Victoria Isabel D. Cardenas.
Yes. Okay, everybody lean in. Big group hug. Mean it. Yes. Hang on, a couple more.
Audrey Frances Bland, this year's recipient of the Julia Marlowe Boys Award for Voice and Diction.
I'm gonna give this. Wait, I'm gonna give this to Mom. You have too much in your hands. Okay.
Oh, this is so wonderful. Do we keep it all too?
No, that's
Only in pictures, you guys, not in real life. Oh, it's such a cute family. Good job, you guys. There you go. Okay, I want you to look up and.
Daniela Lynette Bachman, Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Fitness and Athletics, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in fitness and athletics.
Oh, good job, you guys. Hang on, let me see. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, hang on. Oh, so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Okay.
Evelyn Maya Favretto.
Yes, you are tall. You're like almost up there with them. Hang on, don't move. Let me see.
I'm on my tippy toe.
Here. Yes. Oh, so pretty. Gorgeous.
Paloma Maria Torres. Paloma is this year's recipient of the Cornelia Conley Award. This honor is given to the senior who best exemplifies outstanding scholarship, loyalty, leadership, and service to our school. Named for Cornelia Conley, foundress of the Society of the Holy Child Jesus, this is the highest honor the school can bestow on one of its students. Paloma has also been awarded the Mayfield Award for the class of 2020. Paloma was nominated by her peers in her class, who nominated and voted her the recipient of this year's Mayfield Award. Paloma is also the recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in English, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in English, National Honor Society.
Oh yeah, that's so cute. Oh yay! I love it. Oh, come on, boy. There you go. And then back at me. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Margaret Elizabeth Moffett, Academic Athlete of the Year. This honor is bestowed on Megan as a student athlete with the highest grade point average. National Merit Commended Scholar, National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Not real life. Oh, it's so cute. Good job, you guys. Here, let me see. Oh, I love this. Oh, gorgeous. So pretty. Okay.
Ashley Nicole Pignon,
cute. Hang on, good job. So cute. Couple more. Okay. Oh my gosh, you look like an angel over here.
Elena Renee Giardino.
It's so cute. Couple more. Okay, I want you to look up into your.
Madison Rose Brooks. This year's recipient of the Duffy Lewis Spirit Award. The Duffy Lewis Spirit Award honors an inspirational team player who has made many contributions on and off the playing field. California Scholarship Federation.
All right, perfect right there. Yeah, good job, you guys. Let me see. Oh, that's so cute. Hold on. Oh, Ellie's so cute already. Oh my gosh. I love.
Hallie Hannah Villalobos, California Scholarship Federation.
Oh, good job, you guys. So cute. Oh my gosh, good job. Okay, I want you to look up and to your left at your bright future.
Haley K. Reed.
Oh, it's really cute.
Can I squeeze in?
I love. Oh, you guys are very easy. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Nadia Dominique O'Reilly.
Oh my gosh. You guys, it looks really good. You're killing it. Couple more. Oh, it's so good. Super cute.
Miranda L. Garcia.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, I love. Good job, you guys. Oh, gorgeous. I love it.
Marina Penelope Rodriguez Garcia.
There we go. Good job, you guys. I knew we could do this. Oh, so cute. So cute. Hold on. Full body.
Sophia Amalia Morales, California Scholarship Federation.
Amazing. Oh yeah, you guys, good job. Couple more. Yes. So cute.
Steffi Ileana Zavaleta.
Oh, it's really cute, you guys. Good job, good job. Couple more.
Claire Chandler Williamson.
Oh, you guys, good job. Nice and easy. Oh, it's really cute. Couple more.
And
Alexia Gregoria Nora Sage. This year's recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Photography, given in honor of an elite high school career of superior performance in photography. National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation.
Diploma too? Yeah. There we go. Oh, good job, you guys. Okay, here we go. A couple more. Oh my gosh. You're already super photogenic, I can tell. So cute.
Sarah Catherine Smith, National Honor Society.
Yes. Oh, you guys. I love the green. So cute. Good job. Couple more. Oh, good job, you guys. Oh, so pretty.
Isabella Lucia Caucho Sousa, National Honor Society.
Oh, what a cute family! Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, hold on. Yes. Couple more. Okay.
Change every day.
I love it. Okay, I want you to look up.
Haley Alexis Eves.
Oh, there's a hug. That one you don't see very good. Don't look at me while you're
Yeah, I want more face. Okay, here we go. Don't move. Let me see. Oh, you guys, good job. What a good-looking family.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. To her. Oh my gosh.
Molly Catherine Marsh.
Oh my gosh. Guys, what a good-looking group. I mean, once we got past the pant pocket situation, now we're money. Right? It's brighter than it looks. And then back at me.
Jordan Maya Brown.
Yes, kind of like a turtle. Let's see. Yes, good job, you guys. Hold it right there. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, so cute.
No way.
Oh.
Lucy Williams Howell, the Duffy Lewis Spirit Award winner. The Duffy Lewis Spirit Award honors an inspirational team player who has made many contributions on and off the playing field.
you doing? How's school been?
Angela Martinez.
Oh my gosh, you just do exactly what you're doing. You're killing it over there. Yes, you guys. Couple more. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, so
Yalda Zadeh.
oh, good job, you guys. I know, there's lots of cameras. So cute. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Making it easy.
Brenda Benet Wilmore. Recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in Social Studies, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in social studies.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you guys are really photogenic. That makes me so happy. Oh my God.
Samantha Hatch Kennedy. This year's recipient of the Mayfield Department Award for Excellence in Theology, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in theology.
Oh, you guys, so cute. Okay, really cute. Couple more. Oh, so cute. Caitlin, good job.
Caitlin Lunn Thomas.
You smile.
Very nice. Oh, I thought you guys were going to be trouble, but you're really easy so far.
We're posing right now. So
Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Okay.
Emma Sophia Cadena.
All right. Yeah. Perfect. Good job, you guys. Oh, there's a couple more. Okay, one more.
Saluna Ngozi Wankwo.
So good, you guys. Oh, good job. So good.
Agnese Isli Sochil Sanavio. This year's recipient of the Beaverburg Science Award, given annually to an outstanding senior who has excelled in science. National Honor Society.
Let me see. Oh yeah, good job, you guys. Here we go. Oh, good job. So cute. Hang on, couple more. Yes, love it.
Taylin Ray Yankovich.
Excuse me. Yes. Oh, you guys. What a cute family.
Adorable.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Oh, Brianna.
How old is he now?
Brianna Rachel Perez. This year's recipient of the Mayfield Department Award for Excellence in Studio Art, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in studio art.
Can I have it? No, you can keep it. You can keep it. You want me to have it? Give it to sister. No, it's okay. He can keep it. Okay, give this one to sister. This one's not as shiny. Give it to sister. It's a book. Tell sister to read you the book. Oh, thank you.
All right, well, we have to do another ceremony too, and that is your graduation.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So here we go.
Yes!
Dad, would you like
This? Would you like to present? Sure. Here, I will tie this on. And you get to walk up to the front door.
Do you want my gloves or anything?
Adriana Aiso Perez.
Oh, good job, you guys. Hang on a couple more. Oh, good job. He's even looking good. Like, not even fair. Okay, hang on.
Juliana Bayramian.
All right, now we're talking. Here we go. Good job, you guys. Oh, so cute. Here. And then back at me. Yes. Perfect.
Abigail Rose Gross.
Hang on, do not move. Oh, you guys. You're easy. Super cute. Good. Hang on.
Well, we haven't cut it.
Julia Carol Katz.
Yes. Oh my God, what a good looking family. So cute. Hold it. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. Hold it, couple more. All right, I want you to look up and to the left at your bright future, like right over here. Yes. And then back at me.
Mia Chiemi Koga. California Scholarship Federation.
Ready, up from your course. Lean in towards me with your head a little bit, chin down. Yes. Oh, good job, you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I want you to look up.
Harrison Victoria Spicer, National Honor Society.
Yay!
Congratulations. Okay, can I make a picture? Okay. Oh, good job, you guys. Couple more. Love. Okay.
Oh, so
yes.
beautiful.
Good job, you guys. So cute. Here. Oh, she's a natural.
Marie Michelle Campbell.
Family. So cute. Oh, good job, you guys. Hang on, a couple more. So cute.
It's beautiful.
So
Ella Frances Deshotel.
And then look at me, please. Oh, you guys, good job. So cute. Good job. Hey, Lily. Gorgeous. Yes.
Lily Jensen Mendez. California Scholarship Federation.
Oh, good job. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love the sneakers. And then mom's heels. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, up from your corner.
Jana Danielle Cacciatorian. This year's recipient of the Mayfield Departmental Award for Excellence in Dance Conservatory, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in dance conservatory.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's mine?
That's yours. Well, your name is going to get put on that.
And then it lives in my office, so you have to come visit it.
Wait, that's so cool!
Oh, you guys. You're a really good looking family. So easy. Okay. Then I want you to look.
Agata Isabel Berlot. This year's recipient of the Mayfield Department Award of Excellence in French, given in honor of an entire high school career of superior performance in French. California Scholarship Federation, National Honor Society.
Save, so I did it. Oh, good job, you guys. Okay, here we go. Good. One more. Okay, I want you to like.
Cynthia Violet Ayer.
Oh, ladies, you're gorgeous.
Hi, I'm Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries, and it is indeed a privilege to join you, the class of 2020 from Mayfield Senior School. 2020 will be a year that none of us will ever forget. It'll be etched in our memories and in our hearts, and you will tell your children and your grandchildren about this year. You are sent from Mayfield in the spirit of Cornelia Connolly and imbued with all the values of Holy Child education. You're sent forth to live as though the truth were true and to put first things recognizably first. You are sent to the margins because they won't get erased unless you go out to them. Martin Luther King said that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. That's your confidence, and in the education that you receive that puts a premium on love over fear, you have every reason to be confident. And so you go to the margins and you imagine a circle of compassion, and yes, indeed, you imagine nobody standing outside that circle. And you go there with the values and the marrow of the gospel, and you choose to take seriously what Jesus took seriously: inclusion, nonviolence, unconditional loving kindness, and compassionate acceptance. You go from Mayfield to dismantle the barriers that exclude, so that at some point we can enter into some exquisite mutuality where each one of us together in community will inhabit our nobility and dignity as human beings. Indeed, we're counting on you. Our hope is in you. And be confident in yourselves that you know what matters and that you will live in that truth, your true selves in loving. May you go from Mayfield and discover that you love being loving. And yes, the arc of the moral universe really is long, but indeed, truly, it bends to justice. And that is your invitation in the world, to be about that task. May the God who loves us without measure and without regret bless each one of you, class of 2020. May you know the truth of who you are and be confident in that truth. And may every person you encounter at the margins feel in your presence that they have returned to themselves and to their own dignity. May God bless you now and always, class of 2020.